Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, it's Antony Carpen here. I'm here at the new Trumpington Community College and I'm in the huge atrium here, and just to give you an indication on just how big it is, if my camera will let me. So definitely from the inside it has the wow factor, even though I guess my own personal architectural tastes are not big fans of big square buildings that we see in the neighbourhood. Something that I commented on in a very recent vlog post, I think. Anyway, I'll just tip the camera back this way. Now, what brings me here? Well, I was invited by Anne Bailey of Form the Future, which is one of the organisations that is delivering the skills element. In fact, it is the main organisation delivering the skills element of the Greater Cambridge City deal. Now, this is, if I can put it this way, one of the less controversial parts of the City deal agreement. You will have seen, or some of you will have seen, the videos relating to all of the things to do with housing and public transport. But this event that we had here, their annual conference, was very much about bringing businesses together with schools, and it feels like a real step on compared to, I guess, previous events, previous years, because this is where we heard this from Ryan Kelsall, the head teacher at Impington Village College, that it's now up to businesses, in particular in Cambridge, to actually step forward and basically make an offer to schools in terms of providing things like workshops, work experiences, those interesting and engaging talks and events. Because certainly, if we move back 20-25 years ago, there was absolutely nothing for young people. I know this because I lived through it. And the difference we've seen in a generation has been absolutely huge. And it was very much, the challenge coming from the schools was very specific on what they needed from business. The other interesting thing from all of this was kind of the absence of local and central government in terms of the conversations that seem to be happening here. So I'll be interested just to get their take on it. The one other thing that was also striking, and this was a point made by Robert Marshall, the chief executive of the Marshall Motor Group, which is one of the Marshall's Group actually, which is one of the biggest employers in Cambridge, was the lack of girls and women going into all things engineering, and the statistic he gave was striking. He said something like only 12% of people who are in engineering are women, and half of those are from non-UK European Union countries, which obviously means that Brexit is a huge issue. And so the challenge that he gave in his speech, I think not just for his organisation, but I think for Cambridge in particular, is to change that figure of 12% to 50% within a generation. So the target there is 2040 to be at that 50-50 level. Obviously the problem with such long-term targets is, as I have found in previous workplaces, is that when you have a target that's so far in the future, people then can take a step back rather than just hitting the ground running. And certainly that was one of the things I found, for example, with the implementation of the Freedom of Information Act, where the closer the real deadline came in 2005, the more urgent the work became, work that perhaps should have been done a lot earlier. So it'll be interesting to see how certainly the Marshall's Group go about delivering on that. It will also be interesting to see, given that there feels like there is a critical mass of employers now on side with the Form the Future programme, and in particular the skills element, to see which other organisations now start getting involved. Anyway, I shall leave it there and see you in a future video.